Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood Christmas bear. Yeah, it's the Christmas season here, and we're coming back at you again from the Den of Tools here, and we've got a new series that we're going to start doing. We've been covering new tools from Harbor Freight and Tecton and all sorts of companies. We try to cover them as soon as they come out, once there's a good selection and there's good stuff to talk about. But you know what? I noticed that we've been leaving a significant, one of the top tool sellers in the country. We've been leaving them out, and that is, of course, Amazon. And, they get new tools coming out all the time. And I don't know how we haven't thought about covering this. So we're going to start covering it now so you won't miss out on any of the new hot deals here. And we're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about the new stuff at Amazon that you can get, in case maybe some of the stuff you might even be able to get by Christmas. I don't know if you order now, I don't know. Anyway, but before we jump into that, hey, have you chomped the old like button down there? Come on, it's Christmas. Do it for the Christmas spirit there, for the reindeer. Come on, someone's got to feed the reindeer, right? Anyway, chomp the old like button. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the other great content coming at you here. So anyway, let's jump into it. First up, what we got from you here is the Worx new Maker X combo system. This is actually, I think it's really cool. And, the more I look at this, the more I find uses for it. I might have to grab some of these because they're just that kind of neat. So what they are, this is not, fixing your house kind of stuff or doing your yard or what, stuff that, for Worx or most power tools. This is, they call it the Maker line, and that means like DIY crafting kind of stuff or repairs and stuff like that. So what they have is a little piggyback system that goes on one of the regular Worx 20-volt batteries. If you grabbed one of those Worx oscillating tools the other day for $20, you got some cheap batteries, right? So you throw this thing on the battery, and the little tethered cord there goes to each one of these items. Look at, in this combo, you get a digital soldering iron. You get a angle grinder, great little cutting disc there, cutting wheel kind of thing. And then you get your standard like rotary tool kind of thing. I like the form factor, especially if you're doing delicate kind of work. Now they show here, there's some other items that go with it, and they show what they're figuring that some of these people are going to be doing. Little handicraft kind of stuff, fixing old electronics and speakers, doing projects like that. I could definitely see a ton of uses for products like this. Now, as we said, this comes as a 3-unit combo, and there's some extra items you can add on. One of those is the heat gun, little mini heat gun here. It uses the same battery piggyback system. So once you got the base system, you can add this on there, and you got a nice little, very directional kind of use there. It looks pretty usable to me. Now, I've not tried any of these personally. Apparently, they tried something like this a while back, so they've reinvented it, come back at it. Look at this, a freaking airbrush. This is so cool. This, I could actually see, in some circumstances, and you got to understand, I have some background in automotive painting, doing paint touch-up kind of stuff, that I ran a business for a short time, long time ago. And using something like this would be fantastic. And apparently, my guess is there's a battery in there because they're showing it unless, I don't know where the hoses or the cable's coming out on there. Anyway, the point is that they've got a couple people didn't care for it, but you never know. There might be some disgruntled folks out there. So you got the paintbrush, you got the heat gun, and you got the rotary tool, the grinder, and the soldering iron. It's an interesting little setup. Let me know what you think of it. All right, now moving forward, we're always seeing somebody else is always coming out with a new, cordless ratchet. We're seeing tons of them. So this one's going to get you, it's a 3/8 ratchet, 12-volt power, 2-pack of 2 amp-hour batteries, a 1-hour fast charger, variable speed, 8 sockets. This is by Avid. I think we've seen this before, so maybe this is a refresh of that. Anyway, a lot of these cheap ones, they do a decent job. I mean, they're not going to have tons and tons of torque. It's not, it's an impact ratchet. It's just for helping spin things off and spin them on. And a lot of guys have said that they've tried these no names off of Amazon and they like them. I like the switch style on this. It has a decent size to it. It doesn't seem too small or too big. A lot of great uses for like $69. And then you get an extra $10 off when you apply, when you check mark the little box down here. You apply the coupon. It's got good reviews there. Look at that. No hook to it or anything. Those are solid reviews, 173 ratings. But anyway, that's going to take this thing down to $60, let's call it. $60. And with the nice thing about Amazon is you buy it, you try it, put it to the test. Even if the company doesn't back it up, Amazon will back it up and they'll give you their money back. All right, next up in the new items. Now this one, Snap Fresh. I actually have this saw. I will say this, I didn't buy it. They sent this to me. So Snap Fresh is the ones who sent me that little leaf blower that I joked about that wouldn't be even good as a hair dryer. And people said, oh, well, there's specific uses you might have for that. Well, apparently they decided the next tool they wanted to add to their lineup was a recip saw. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I saw the blower. Let's see the recip saw. It ain't half bad. It ain't half fantastic. I'm not trying to tell you this is the best thing since sliced bread or anything like that. But you know what it is? It's a recip saw. And the truth is, especially with these budget recip saws, is don't put too much pressure on them. Don't try to, make them cut through titanium or something. Just let the saw blade get a good blade. That's the first thing. Get a good blade. You can have a cheap tool, good blade. And let the blade do the work. Let the machine do the work. Let it chew its way through, and it will get there. At $90 for a cordless recip with a battery and a charger, that's going to be hard to touch. I mean, there's very few people out there in that kind of price category for a cordless that's not just tool only. So again, there's not a wide selection to use with Snap Fresh. It's not like they got a whole bunch of tools out there. Who knows? Let's double check. In case they've come out with a whole bunch of new stuff the old tool bear missed. And I see a blower, and I see a trimmer, and I see the recip saw. That's it. So now there's not a ton of stuff out there, but I don't know. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Tack Life. Tack Life has a new, this is what we call a fireplace vacuum. And the reason for this is it's made out of more robust materials that will not catch fire and or melt if you hit a hot ember or something like that. So if you're dealing with that sort of stuff, also it's got a really good filter on it. So if you're dealing with that sort of thing, this thing's made with higher grade, parts and such, so that it can handle the kind of stuff that's going to come out of a fireplace or whatnot. Now this is going to run you all of $40. Come on, $40 for something like this. I'm actually about to do a refurbishment on our fireplace. I might have to grab this just to check it out. Anyway, next up we've got here this. There are tons of sellers now. This is the new hotness right now on Amazon. And we've seen these. If you've been around the YouTubes, you've probably seen these for a while, but apparently they're just catching on. And you can use them with a drill, a hammer drill, an impact drill, or even like an SDS style, apparently. And this is basically it's a spiral drill bit that it's kind of like a step drill, except it's not stepped, it's spiraled, and it gets bigger as it goes down. And what you use it for is splitting firewood. It just claws its way in, and using the natural lines in the wood causes it to crack and split. And apparently it works fairly well. And once we get, I said I'm refurbishing our fireplace, which can't be used right now until we get that done. Maybe I'll give one of these a try, but I found something like 30 sellers selling these things. This guy's the cheapest here at $18.99. I don't know if he's the best. Look around or something. Again, there's going to be links for all this stuff down below if you want to go take a look at it. It looks interesting. I'm going to have to give it a try and see what I think of it. All right, check this out. This is the new hotness when it comes to drill presses. I'm pretty sure somebody went to Harbor Freight and bought the Harbor Freight 8-inch drill press and painted it blue, because that's exactly what this thing is. Look at this. That's the same handles. It's the same light. It's the same table. This is the same drill press. But not the same price. Now it does come with the drill clamp, which is nice. I think that's like a $20 item. Considering you get the Harbor Freight drill press for $55, $60, add in, the clamp on top of it, you're looking at what's it called? 60, we call it 80. So you get it for $80. Now, actually, this kind of makes this not a bad deal here, because then if you add in say sales tax, times 1 point, let's say 85, kind of split the difference from all the different areas out there. That's not how I do that. 80 times 1.085, and you're looking at $87 from the price here, which is 110. It's a difference of $23. So basically, that's your shipping cost. There is what your savings. I don't know. I'd still probably get it from the old local Harbor Freight. Granted, it only comes with a 90-day warranty, but you go and you try it out, you test it out, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you take it back. These guys might be a little bit more difficult to deal with. All right, next up, we got Black & Decker's little handheld cordless screwdriver, 4-volt max. Comes with 2 assorted bit sets, 2-inch assorted bits. My bad. This thing is, this is the bread and butter of Black & Decker these days. They're getting away from real power tools and doing more and more of these little screwdriver things. And apparently it's doing all right for them, because they're doing good business on this. This is some interesting stuff. Fits most S, and oh my gosh, you can use it with an Allen wrench. That is brilliant. I will say that. If you're not a real hardcore tool guy and you don't have all the Allen wrench, I get something like this. I got something the other day and they're like, oh, here's the Allen wrench that came with it. I chucked it because I don't care about that. I've got good Allen wrenches and bits and stuff. I don't need that. But if you don't, and you have something like this little slot allows you to take, whoops, I lost it. This little slot allows you to take the Allen wrench that comes with like your IKEA stuff or whatever, slide it into there. The magnet will hold it in place, and now you can use it as a bit. That is pretty crafty. I got it. You see, there you go. There's your IKEA whatever that you're assembling. That's pretty crafty. Now, $31.50. Now, save $10 when you buy 50 of selected items. And you got to click shop items and see what else they've got going. But it's interesting, and that's kind of what, Black & Decker's doing these days, these gimmicky screwdriver stuff. Some of the gimmicks work, some of them not so much. All right, this is the other thing we keep seeing a bunch of people are selling this. This is some new guy selling the hand. You could build this yourself in probably, an hour or so, you've got the right materials and whatnot. But if you're looking to gift it to somebody, or you just don't want to waste your time building it, $68, you can get it yourself. All right, also, yet another tool company, Toolman. Well, at least they didn't go for Tool Bear, right? Toolman rechargeable cordless lithium-ion power impact wrench set, 21 volt, 4,000, 21 volt, really. Now, that's interesting. And I think now if it is indeed 21 volts, I don't know if they're going to sit there and actually show us the battery tech here. And look at that charger setup there. Look at that. You get plugs right into the battery. You got to love that. Not so much. 21 volt, the Cobalt 24 volt, that's 24 volt max. The optimum charge on it is something like 21.7 or something. I don't remember off the top of my head. So anyway, I don't know if you're willing to try some of these off-brand companies at $122 for a 1/2-inch impact wrench. Is that something you'd be willing to roll the dice on? Look, it even comes with gloves, and it comes with a set of impacts, and oh look, it's got a bit. You can add a bit on it, a chuck, and you can add a chuck on this and turn it into a drill / impact wrench. I don't know. Is there a market for that out there? Who knows? Next up, this one, I had to share this one when I saw this because multi-tools are awesome, and they're not that hard to make. A lot of people make a decent multi-tool out there. And so we have from the Lumvum, I don't know, 2-amp corded oscillating multi-tool. This is the thing that I don't get. I've used a lot of multi-tools. I have never once been, gee, I wish it had a handle on it so I could really lean into this sucker. That's not the way you use multi-tools. It's not like a grinder where you're really going at it and trying to, you got to let the teeth do the work. You're not going to bite that that deep into it, because if you push too hard, you're not going to let the dust escape, which means it's not going to cut anymore, and you're just going to sit there and burn the workpiece. But I don't know. Maybe it will give you better control, probably. Maybe it will. If you're trying to do some real detail work, maybe that's what you want. Now, this is interesting. It says it's 220 watt, and there's a 300 watt version. I kind of like the 300 watt version with I take it that's a thumb paddle up on top. I kind of like that. I don't know where I'd use 300 watts. I don't know. What am I missing here? Who's running 300 watts? Anyway, I'm going to choke to death here thinking about this. Moving on. The Xiaomi Mi Hoto cordless power electric screwdriver LED shadow light. Variable speed USB rechargeable. Honestly, I saw this and it looked kind of like a kind of cool little detail screwdriver. But it's apparently a lot bigger than the first photo really shows. I don't know. That's the thing about Amazon. You never know what tools are going to show up. Sometimes they're fantastic. Sometimes they're the Hoto Mi from Xiaomi Mi. I don't know. Anyway, at $45, so what do we got here? We got the alloy steel bits. We got a 1/4 inch chuck. We got the LED evening light. Jeez, the evening light. Triple speed torque knob. That's kind of nice. Independent forward and reverse buttons. Well, thank goodness, because I would hate if they were integrated. Rubberized non-slip grip. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, it's something. It's a 2020 finalist at the International Design and Excellence Awards. Well, it is good looking. I'll give it that. It's kind of sleek and Rexy there. So, all right, we got a couple more here, a few more here for you. These things, I've seen these come and go. I don't know if I'd call it new. Maybe it's a new seller, a new manufacturer. But what this is this clips onto your, let's see if there's a picture of it. I don't even see a picture of this thing. This clips onto your grinder. There we go. This clips onto your grinder like this and turns it into a belt sander. Now, I don't know if you could really use it in this. I mean, they got a handle on it, and so I guess some people would use it like that. I would rather see it more in like some sort of base where I could use it for like sharpening knives and stuff like that. But, for $55, there you go. And we got a couple options. We got this option for $55, $59, $44. There you go, with a base. $44 and $47. You can go through them, take a look at them. The next up, we've got the electric burnishing polishing wheel. Now, this is other companies. Sears sold one of these under the Craftsman brand. Porter Cable has one. I think they're usually cordless. This is a corded version. So if you're looking for a budget corded version of one of these, I think they're called like a resurfacer or refinisher, something like that. Anyway, I mean, like it'll chew through rust and all sorts of stuff. Really take it back down to the bare metal. $84 for something, but you can save an extra $5 with the coupon right here. And then last up, I got to talk about this. This is the number one item for gift giving, and it is a combo hammer, pliers, knife, all that stuff, and you can have it customized and stuff. This one says best boyfriend ever, something like that. Look at that. I'm sure Bear Grylls has something like this that he uses. I'm just going to say, if you send me something like this and give it to me as a birthday gift, I'm never talking to you again. Okay, maybe a bit harsh, but who's going to use a hammer like this? I can't tell you the number of times I was like, wow, I wish I had a stubby hammer. I know there are people who need a stubby hammer for certain little specialty kind of stuff, but in that case, they already have one. All right. You're not going to be like out in the woods going, I wish I had a stubby hammer. There's no leverage to it. It's just, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. It's got 1,800 plus ratings, and it's rated at, look at that, 4.7 stars. Clearly, it's fabulous. You definitely will get the girl. Look at that. You'll get the girl if she gives this, or she'll get you. Someone's getting gotten. I can guess who here. It's the consumer. Oh my gosh. The hammer and nail puller. Oh yeah, all sorts of leverage with this thing. Anyway, I know I've harped on it. I've beat it up enough. I'm sure you all be in the comments telling me how the bear's mean and the bear's wrong. Blah, blah, blah. It's hilarious. Every time I defend something, people give me grief for defending it. Every time I trash something, people give me grief for trashing it. The bear can't win. It's fine. I understand. Anyway, I hope you are all having a very Merry Christmas. Hey, real quick, I just want to reiterate that I really appreciate everyone who's been ordering from the Teespring store. That's the store that's here built into the channel here on YouTube. We also have the store over on the Denatools at denatools.com. Over there we have the Shine On stickers and the Denatool stickers and the magnets and copies of our book and stuff. I just want to reiterate that at this point, if you're trying to get this for Christmas, it is most likely not going to happen. It's the 22nd. I'm sorry, but there's no way that we're going to get them there on time. So please don't order these if you're looking for Christmas stuff. If you just want to grab something for yourself or a post-Christmas present or just support the channel, we really appreciate it. But I just want to, be clear. I don't want to have anybody ordering something and be bummed that they didn't get it in time. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.